is up, guys? Shaddix here, and welcome back to another video where today we're going to be going over 10 tips and tricks for you to be using in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Tip number 1 is going to be involving picnics. You may have noticed when you make a sandwich, you actually get a little bit of XP for every sandwich you make, but not only does it give you XP, it also restores the HP of your Pokemon if they were harmed from any previous battles. Now, you do have to do things like making a sandwich, and you can even, wash them if you would like, but this can be very helpful if you don't want to go all the way back to a Pokemon Center to restore your Pokemon's HP. Now, tip number 2 is also going to involve healing up your Pokemon and picnics to a degree, and that is the picnickers that you get the sandwich supplies from and even some recipes throughout the game, they will always heal. Well, I guess I didn't get the materials from this guy, but they will always heal your Pokemon and rest them up anytime you talk to any one of them. It's not just the first time, so if you pass by one of these guys and your Pokemon are low on HP, feel free to click on them, they'll rest you up real quick, and then your team will be good as new. Now, tip number 3 is something you're going to want to do at the very start of your game, or at least at the very start of your actual adventure, and that is to prioritize the Titan Cloth. He's going to give you the ability to essentially dash or speed boost around on your ride Pokemon, and that is super helpful for getting literally everywhere without it taking absolutely ages. Cloth is a pretty simple and easy fight. You shouldn't have any problem doing it, so I just suggest doing this before you do any of the gyms or any of the Starfall badges either. Now, tip number 4 is actually something I wish I knew during my playthrough, and that is, if you're ever confused as to which gym or which Starfall badge or Titan that you should be going for next, you can look at the map and it'll give you kind of a rough idea of when to do it, but the easiest way is to go to the area, like the town or near the Starfall badge, and look at the wild Pokemon. You'll be able to see their level, and that'll give you a rough idea as to what the level cap is in the area of the game that you're currently on. This is a pretty good way to make sure that you don't end up going into a gym that's way over leveled and then having to wait there like I did in my first playthrough until they've taken out your entire team, which is just not a fun time for anybody. For tip number 5, we're going to be talking about these little sparkles that you see on the ground. These will be items. I suggest coming to this area, East Province Area 3, the mining-looking area, and just riding around for a bit and clicking on all the sparkling items you see. Obviously, you don't need to get every single one of them, but you can actually get some really good items this way and get a good amount of rare items very fast. Then, every couple of days, you just go to a Pokemon Center and you'll have like 20-something rare bones to sell. So definitely be sure to click on all the sparkling items you see, and you'll just have a good, hefty amount of items to use throughout your playthrough. Now, this next tip, tip number 6, actually involves shiny Pokemon. If you have not seen what all the shinies look like in the game, I urge you to go and look them all up. I know, I get it, you don't want any spoilers on the game, and you want to see them in-game for yourself, but I can tell you from experience, because it happened to me in my first playthrough, if you don't know what a shiny looks like, and it doesn't change all that much, you're gonna ride right past one. It's really easy to do in this game. It happened to me with a shiny Flittle. I had no idea it was shiny because only the underneath of it really changed, and I didn't notice, so definitely look up what all the shinies in the game look like, or at least all the new shinies at the very least, so you don't miss anything. Nobody wants to miss a shiny. Now, tip number 7 is these little guys right here, the Gimmighoul's. Whenever you hear them, go ahead and click on them. They're only going to give, the small ones are only going to give you a couple coins each, but they do stack up after a while, and even the chests that are on top of the watchtowers respawn every couple of days or so. I think it's like a 30% chance that they spawn at the beginning of each day. And that, of course, is going to be useful because Golden Go is a really good Pokemon, and you need to max out your Gimmighoul coins in order to evolve it at 999. So it's definitely going to take a while. It's definitely like a full playthrough accomplishment. Now, tip number 8 is for you people out there who really like to just kind of immerse yourself in the world and get like all of the lore and stuff like that. You're going to want to go to the Academy UVA if you're in Violet, or Naranja Academy if you're in Scarlet, and you're going to want to take the classes. The classes can be useful. They can give you, like, I believe you can get some recipes. You can actually get all 4 of the legendary doors or seals marked on your map by taking some of these classes, and you get to meet some of the other characters more in depth. Like, my favorite is when you get to go to Penny's room and all of her evolutions are just sprawled out everywhere. It's like pizza boxes stacked up. It's just amazing and hilarious. I suggest, even if you save it till after you've beaten the game, go back and take all of the classes and talk to everyone. It's really cool and a really fun time. Now, tip number 9 involves high-level areas like this. They're a little laggy, but that's not the tip. The tip is to not come here all that often unless you have Pokemon that are going to be able to take down things that are here. The Pokemon in some of these higher level areas are super high leveled, and this goes for a lot of different areas. This can go for any area on the map, really. Like if you're under leveled, just don't go exploring too much. I suggest getting to all the Pokemon centers at least once so you can fly around, and then kind of leave it at that, because it's kind of a nightmare if you're in a super high level area and you're super underleveled and you start getting attacked by stuff, you start getting into infinite battle loops, you start needing to carry around Pokédolls just so you can escape from battles, and then of course on the off chance you get a shiny, it's just going to be annoying to catch. It'll be cool, it's just going to be annoying. So tip number 9 is just to visit the Pokemon centers and then just get the heck out until you're ready. It'll make your life a whole lot easier. Now our 10th and final tip is about the raid dens. Yes, we all know you want to click on them to get the life points, as I like to call them, because that's good for spending on various items if you don't have a whole lot of money. The main thing you want to check for in these raid dens, though, is for rare Pokemon, because you can find things that aren't very easy to find in the wild, and when you do find them out in the wild, they're likely to just have their normal Terra type, and that's something that you don't have to worry about when you actually go and get stuff from the raid dens. It's just really nice for diversifying your team a little bit and getting some extra type coverage that could come in handy in some tight situations in this game, actually. Some of the battles can get quite tough, so having a unique Terra type is actually super helpful. So that's going to be it for my 10 tips for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this down in the comments below, and let me know how you guys are enjoying the game as well, because I love this game. I think it's great. And don't forget to leave a like. It helps me out a lot, and subscribe if you're new. And we'll catch all of you guys in the next video. Peace!